Hey guys, what's up? It's Lajoi. I wanted to make a video for those of you who just started following me, or if you've been following me and you don't know that much about me. I wanted to make a video to answer some questions so that you can get to know me a little bit better. So I'm gonna put this down over here. And all right, what is your name? My name is Kim or Kimberly. I do be killing gnats. I go by Lajoi on my Instagram. It stands for Kimberly Lajoi. Lajoi is my middle name. And yeah, so I've had people say, oh, I thought it was Lajoi or Lajoi or Lajoi. It's a French name. I think it's pronounced really Lajoi or something like that. My mom met some French woman and was just so enthralled with her that she gave me her name for my middle name. I live in Atlanta. I'm originally from Springfield, Massachusetts, but I grew up in Atlanta. We moved down here when I was 8. I lived in DC for about 10 years in 2 5-year stints. I went to John Woody High School. I went to Howard University, HU, and I went to Emory Law School. I started traveling. I'm making shit up. I'm not even looking at the questions. My favorite color is turquoise. You see it on that wall right there. It's also on that wall over there. It's my favorite color. It makes me happy. My favorite quote would have to be every paradise has a hell, because it's so true. It's so true. Are you scared of heights? No. Look at my Instagram page. I am an adventure freak. I love it. I want to do anything and everything. I have some limitations. Like, I'm not about to do, I'm not about to free climb a mountain. What aspect of my life needs tremendous improvement? Me allowing myself to be more vulnerable around other people. I know that there are a lot of people around me and involved in my life that want to know me more or want to get closer to me, and I kind of don't always let that happen. So that's something that I'm working on and I want to continue to work on, so that needs the most improvement in my life. Can you touch your nose with your tongue? I don't think so. Let's see. I think you have to bring your nose down in your, I can't do it. No, I felt like my nose, I heard it cracking inside my head. So no, that's something I cannot do. Can I close my eyes and raise my eyebrows? I think I did it. I think that's pretty easy. Can you whistle? I don't know what song. Do you sing in the shower? Of course. Who doesn't? I'm fucking Mariah Carey in the shower. Ah! You heard it. Do you prefer kissing or cuddling? Can we do both, at the same time? I like that. Why do you have to choose? Do you prefer people that shoot straight with you or temper? I hate when people are not honest with me. And so that's basically what this is asking. Tell me straight up. Let's not waste our time. Don't beat around the bush. What's the deal? Do I prefer the Titanic or the Notebook? What kind of question is that? Those are both classics. Who's choosing? Do I have a garden? Of course. Do I have a tattoo? I have a couple. Who was my first boyfriend or girlfriend? My first boyfriend, when you say first, my first boyfriend that I can remember was this little white boy named Joshua, and we were in first grade. And this is why I know kids get into so much, because we were in first grade, and I remember during nap time, all the kids used to be on their little blue mats, and we would not go to sleep and then hang out together and sometimes kiss. In first grade, what? Joshua. My first real teenage boyfriend would be Vincent, and we were together for 5 years, starting when I was 15, and we broke up sometime after I started college at Howard. It was just hard for us, and we really just were growing in different directions. We're still friends now, kinda. My first girlfriend was when I was 26 and in my third year of law school, and it completely smacked me in the face. I had no idea that that was coming for me. I like who I like that's what I came to find. That was a really tough period for me in my life because I started questioning my identity. It just kind of came out of nowhere. And yeah, we were together for like 3 years and now we're not together. My star sign, I'm a Taurus. My birthday is May 11th. I was born in 1985, which is the greatest year because like one of the greatest people was born in that year on that day. That was me. So my name of my first pet was Kismet. It was a Himalayan cat and he was my best friend. When I was a little baby, I used to be super scared of him. He used to come running down the stairs for food in the morning and I would like hop on the chair in the kitchen. But then over time, we grew really close. And then we had to put him to sleep when I was maybe like 12, I guess. Maybe a little older. Because he was just really old. He was like 22 and he was having complications. So I really miss him. He will be my favorite pet forever. And I still think about him all the time. How difficult is it for you to be honest, even when your words may be hurtful or unpopular? Well, I did say that I tend to be fairly blunt, but then also I don't like to hurt people's feelings. So I do kind of feel like I bite my tongue or hold back sometimes. Sometimes people need to be told about themselves and I don't. How difficult is it for you to forgive someone who refuses to apologize? Is it about forgiving them that allows me to move on, or just like accepting the fact that I'm not gonna get the apology and I just need to move on from that person? I don't know. It's frustrating when you feel like you're owed an apology and you don't get it. How many oceans have you swum in? Is it swum or swam? I feel like it should be. How many oceans have you swum in? Have you swam in? I don't know. Let's see. I've been in the Atlantic Ocean. I've been in the Pacific Ocean. I've been in the Indian Ocean. I've been in the Caribbean Sea. I've been in the Mediterranean Sea. I've been in the Arabian Sea. Where's the Dead Sea? What are the other oceans? I do definitely want to have a partner. I want companionship. I just don't know if I need that legal, document. But maybe I'll meet the right person, or not. Maybe I'll meet somebody who will make me want that. Would you ever consider living abroad? Yes, I would. I have. The only reason I haven't is because I have a pretty sweet situation right now where I can live here and just go abroad. But if I could live abroad, where would I go? I think today I was just thinking about what if I lived in France and I would, take French classes and come out speaking French. That would be cool. But I don't know. There's so many different places. Have I ever dated two people at a time? No, not dated. Like maybe talked to, but not dated. Like I'm a really one person kind of girl. And yeah, I don't have the capacity to entertain two people seriously at once. So if I'm into you, like you have my attention, and that is usually where I run into a lot of problems because I put my attention into one person and they end up fucking disappointing me, and then here we are. So at what age did I go? What was with all these date questions? After a breakup, would you rather be alone or be surrounded by friends? I think we all know the answer to that question. What is the farthest away place that I have been? The farthest I have been, I guess, would be my last trip. I went to New Zealand and I took an overnight cruise through Doubtful Sound, which is like in the southwestern part of the South Island of New Zealand. And that's getting like close to heading towards like Antarctica, I would say. What is one guilty pleasure you enjoy too much to give up? Cheese? Do I ever get lonely when I travel? Yeah, sometimes I get lonely. My favorite book, they didn't even ask that. They asked what was the first book that I remember reading. But my favorite book of all time is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I love that book. And the movie was adapted so perfectly. I love the movie. But there's so many undertones in it. It's such a great story. It's a very easy read, so I would encourage everybody to read it, have your kids read it. Just a fantastic display of literature. So the last thing I watched on TV, I just watched the freaking Orange is the New Black finale, and it had me crying my eyes out. So that. I drive a 2005 Honda Accord Coupe, and it has 120,000 miles at this point. I also have a 2011 Triumph Speedmaster motorcycle, which I love. And yeah, those are my vehicles. What drains my energy? People with bad energy. People with bad energy drains my energy.
People with relentless drama drains my energy.
Women drain my energy. How do I replenish my energy? Women replenish. No, let me stop. I travel to replenish my energy. I create art. I write. I make videos. Anything creative helps me channel that. I used to work at Hooters. They were a little more plump back then. I had a little more baby fat. But I worked at Hooters for a summer, the summer before I started law school, because I wanted to pay off some bills before I started law school. And I was already working a full-time job, and it wasn't cutting it. So I added on Hooters, and I worked 2 jobs that summer, and it did the trick. In my interview, I had to hula hoop. That is working for Hooters. I still have my uniform and everything. What is the most difficult thing you've done for love? Let somebody go. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you what that is because I have a job and I'm gonna keep that job. So I'm gonna keep some things about my life private. Do you really know all the words to your national anthem? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? So I have my friend to ask me some remaining questions.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what she's about to ask me though, so I'm a little bit. That's why I got this
You have to
wine.
think on your toes. What is the weirdest thing you find attractive in a person?
The weirdest thing? Oh, that's kind of hard because I feel like there's been person-specific weird things. So I would say the last person that I dated, she used to snort when she laughed, which was annoyingly cute.
That's cute. If you were a man for a day, what would be the first thing you do?
Pull out my No. If I was a man for a day, what would I do? What color man? Could I be a white man?
You can say that, man.
If I was a white man for a day, shit. I'm taking over the world because that is pretty possible. But no, if I was a man for a day, no, men aren't really that spectacular. I'm only thinking about just go fuck a whole bunch of people, but
well, that's what you do, okay? You be a hoe.
that's what I would do if I was a man.
Do you have any superstitions? Any weird quirks?
Okay, so not necessarily superstitions, but I'm slightly OCD. If I'm paying attention to it, I can't walk on. I have to be even, balance. If I walk on a crack on my left foot, I have to walk on the same crack or at the same place on my right foot, or I just feel completely out of place. Oh, when I used to play basketball, I used to always have to have some purple Skittles before I played because I felt like it just made me play better. There's something about the purple Skittles.
Do you have a spirit animal?
Isn't that a person and not an animal?
It could be an animal.
Or is it an animal? Because people tell me, somebody. Well, I'm trying to clarify the definition of spirit. Because somebody's told me, "Oh, you're my spirit animal." Is that a person that you admire, or is that an animal that you would be?
People use it interchangeably. People can say, "Oh, people can be spirit animals," or a person I would say a phoenix is my spirit animal.
Why?
Because it rises from the ashes, and I feel like I always.
You rise above all the drama and the bad stuff that happens.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I've always like really been into lions and mountain lions.
Scariest animal if it could talk.
What would be the scariest?
Animal if it could talk. I don't know why that's a relevant question, but I just read it. And bonus points if you impersonate the voice.
Wait, what would be the scariest animal? So
What
that
animal would be the most terrifying if it could speak? That's the question.
because I'm thinking like a ladybug, something that you would think is cute or good luck, but I'm thinking they would come out with like this crazy voice, but that's not really what the
Like a
question
ladybug?
is.
No, I think that's relevant.
Like a ladybug.
If it could speak and it was like.
But if it could speak in like if it had like a scary demeanor about it, then
Would you rather have unlimited sushi or unlimited tacos?
unlimited tacos for sure. There was a period where I like went on a taco craze in Atlanta, and it was just all about finding the best taco.
What was the worst pickup line you've ever heard? Or dished out?
What was the worst pickup line I've ever heard or dished out? Oh, now I gotta think about corny people.
Hey, baby. You can run through my mind all day. It's like, but that's.
This is what I don't like about me, okay? Because there are some people who can sit here and get a question, boom, and then fire off an answer. I have to think about, like, I'm indecisive. I can't, don't ask me what is the best or what's the favorite, because that is like, that's asking me to commit to a whole lot.
Right.
And so I gotta think about it. And so that's why doing these questions is kind of hard for me, because I gotta think about these things, and I don't want to come on here and have scripted answers.
What's something weird or strange that you recommend everyone tries at least once?
What's something weird or strange that I recommend everyone tries at least once? I can't say that.
You already said.
See, there are things that I cannot share with you because I want to keep my job. I would suggest solo travel. A lot of people think that's weird or strange. Like, and I did too. It seems like socially awkward. Like all these like misconceptions about traveling solo that aren't true. So I would recommend that everybody try solo traveling.
All right.
That was a good question.
Do you want one more?
Yeah.
What's something you hate but you wish you loved?
You give me, what's one, what would you say?
The gym.
That's a good one.
Working out like as a vice.
Yes.
Because people get in the mood and
Yeah.
they want to work out, and I'm like, oh, I wish I was that way instead of I want to eat and drink.
See, I feel like I do a lot of good things for myself. So, no, I'm kidding. We'll give you one grand finale.
What's something that makes you feel old?
Social media.
Avoid this question if she is in fact old.
First of all.
I teetered on that.
Oh, word? See, she has jokes over here. The question was, what is something that makes you feel old? But, I mean, social media, I would say it makes me feel, it doesn't make me feel old. Like, I obviously know how to use it, manipulate it, all that stuff. But it makes me feel old sometimes in comparative ways. And I'm just looking at some of these younger people out here, and I'm noticing signs of aging in myself, or things that I'm not hip to. I know what makes me feel old. The current music of today.
Oh my god.
The current music of today makes me feel
Same.
old. I like some of it. I like a lot of it, but there's like this whole pocket of it that's just like, all right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. If you have any questions for me, submit them, put it in a comment, send me a message, and I'll answer it next time I do a video like this.